Good morning, Dingle's Crypto. So we're going to do some crypto news. So let's jump right into it. Let's go. First, I made a Dingle Crypto Twitter. We're going to be tweeting some badass stuff because I'm the hardest ice cream cone on Twitter. So let's huddle innovation together. So go shoot that a little sub, and then follow me on TikTok for short little fun videos. Subscribe. We got 46 followers, halfway to 100. Let's get to 100. That would make my Christmas. If we can do that before Christmas, that would be awesome. So shoot a sub, like this video. I appreciate all of you. Thanks. Let's jump right into it. So we had a little Bitcoin dumpy dump yesterday afternoon into the night. So, I am looking for that cup and handle pattern around all-time highs. People thought we had the cup and handle pattern right here, or something close to that is the cup and handle. They thought we were about to break out right here, but obviously we retraced, and nothing wrong with that. We might just see a bigger handle, and I think cup and handle is still the most realistic trend we're going to see because we are in a bull market and nobody's selling their Bitcoin. Let me remind you that nobody is selling their Bitcoin at 19,000. And if you are, you don't know what you're doing. And same with Ethereum. I think Ethereum has more bull cases because, first of all, Bitcoin is going... the cycle is first into getting Bitcoin, then Ethereum, and then Ethereum shows you the DeFi world. And people get stuck on the way. They go to Bitcoin, and then they go to XRP, and then they go to EOS and Tron, and all these chains that don't do anything, and then they get stuck, and then there's no use cases for crypto. Well, get into DeFi. Get into DeFi. That's definitely the step you want to take. But Ethereum has a lot more bull cases in terms of staking and becoming the treasury bond of the internet, which is insanity. And this afternoon, one thing that I personally believe we will be coming upon. So Ethereum is just to think of a digital country because it's a smart contract platform. And what is a contract? A contract is literally anything in life. Me making this video is a contract between me and this camera. Or everything is a contract, and Ethereum allows digital contracts to be verifiable. So Ethereum is literally a digital country. It has its own country, its own markets, and its own GDP, but also it has free markets. What does free markets allow? Monopolies. And in DeFi, you've been seeing mergers. You've been seeing huge mergers. These protocols do millions in volume, or they have millions in locked up. So there have been mergers. So keep an eye on these monopolies because there will be monopolies built on Ethereum. You're in finance. Keep an eye on that. Chainlink's building a pretty good cornering the market on oracles. Look for protocols that are cornering the market on something that is a necessity. So keep an eye on that. Comment below other projects you think will corner a market. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. I was just watching that video. But so China, China's going to be the first one to produce a CBDC, but it's going to be completely centralized. And Chinese citizens might not blink, but the world currency that will be used for like a stable coin that's also backed by a state will be built on Ethereum. Because let's think about this. Why would you use a CBDC that has its own blockchain that the government can see every transaction? Why wouldn't you just use Ethereum and use stable coins on Ethereum? So really the only option is to build a CBDC on Ethereum and have it government backed as well. And that will be the winning CBDC. We will see a lot of them come out, and a lot of them going to try to do a centralized option. And people are going to use it until they realize they can just use a stable coin on Ethereum. And then they will stop, because why would you use a centralized blockchain. But all right, let's move on to some MicroStrategy news. Plans to raise $400 million. Net proceeds will fund more. But see, this is just speculation. That's pure speculation. He has no idea. I mean, I would probably guess that's true, but I mean, I guess. I mean, if it's true, it's true. But man, he's leveraging himself highly on Bitcoin. Maybe he's not. I should look up his net worth, because it does seem like he'd bring in a lot of cash from his software companies, and that's what a lot of these software companies have, is just a lot of cash, because they don't have a lot of expenditures. They have wages and obviously a little bit of overhead, but they bring in significantly more cash than they spend. Like, manufacturers have to buy inventory and all these products and distribution, but software companies, they just have a boatload of cash and they're just sitting on it. So holding cash is a liability in my eyes. Okay, so more state news. G7 finance officials back need to regulate digital currencies. So, and then he added, we must do everything possible to make sure the currency monopoly remains in the hands of the state. Okay, so no. I'm basically, once again, you can either adopt innovation or be ran over. Nobody's stopping Bitcoin at this point. Nobody's stopping Ethereum, in my eyes, unless it destroys itself, which they both can do. If Bitcoin becomes centralized, which it might already be considered it, and they roll back the chain, it's donezo. That's same with Ethereum. If they roll back the chain or have any centralized aspects to it that, like, roll back the chain or just like a down block or down blocks, that's the end of that, because they're so mature that if that happens, I mean, it's a done deal, probably. I don't know if I would use it anymore if it down blocks might be able to recover from, but rollback, no. So let's get into some Angelo BTC. He is like a ghost. He is a ghost of crypto. So he posts, I mean, he actually been, every time he posts, it seems to be the perfect time to get into the market. I mean, he posts every 3 months, but what I like to do is go ahead and look at his likes, because he likes stuff more often than anything. So he likes stuff, and then I look at it, because the things that people like on Twitter are what they're thinking, basically. I mean, so, but he said it's not FOMO if you get in before 30K, and what he is saying is he thinks 30K is the bottom of the next bear market, and I would tend to agree. I think we might go to 100K, maybe 150K, and then we'll retrace back to 30, 35K. That's what I believe will happen, and I think that's what he thinks will happen, because that's the line between FOMO and no FOMO is 30K for him, because that's going to be the bottom of the next bear market, and I would tend to agree. So this is a question I want to leave with you today. Who is going to be the MicroStrategy of Ethereum? Do you think it's going to be MicroStrategy, or do you think a private company is already accumulating Ethereum? I think private companies are accumulating crypto assets, mostly Bitcoin, but there are also people that want to speculate on more risky stuff like Ethereum. Ethereum has more growth potential, and I would actually say it is potentially going to flip Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gold, and gold has a big market cap, but you know what has a bigger market cap? The United States GDP or the world's GDP, because that's what Ethereum is going for, is the GDP of a country. And I mean, it is going to have a GDP, and Ethereum is going to be its own digital country. So That's not for another 10 or 15 years, but just keep that in mind. Okay, so tonight in DeFi Exploration, we will be covering Cover Protocol, which is insurance protocol. Is very exciting. I've been following them for a while. They just got listed on Binance. Maybe they have connections to Binance, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is at some point. But yeah, they have already covered people on different instances, but just stay tuned for that. That's going to be an exciting video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shoot a like, shoot a sub. Let's get to 100. That would be amazing. It would make my Christmas so much better. Well, it's going to be awesome already. I'm going to see my fam damnly. So shoot a sub. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Peace.